It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Right to the air is Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Drop 50, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Come on.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This pass complete to Melton. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The 2nd down throw by Willis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Timeout.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
24. Line up.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. But you look at this defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I lost count of the number of turnovers. Right? I mean, I had a clipper going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And now Hassan Haskins going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. 3rd and 12. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Sheds off the tackle. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run again on 1st down. Chubb. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Watson. He's got his receiver Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now Watson going to change the look here. On second down, here's Watson. And it's going to be caught for the Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. 3rd and 2, Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. There he goes again. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown, the game number 7 on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Over the middle, into the hands of Burks. And some room to roam now. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 1st and 10, it's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Open man, that's Henry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now Willis on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Watson off play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. In motion left goes a tight end. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hopkins with the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Third down, it's Willis. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Alert!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, it's Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Playing success in this game already. 2 touchdown catches, but that was a very dangerous throw. But you have to understand, with 2 catches already for touchdowns, they're going to try and force it to him at times as well.
On second and 10, Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And quickly they get to the line.
From the gun, here's Willis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Henry up the middle. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson. They'll roll him out right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw, Willis. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Willis, got to have this one. This pass completes to Melton.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Chigakonkwo, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are finally on the board.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw down the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
24! Down him, go!
Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Bo Melton.
62 yards.
And the Oilers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Willis will try and throw for this.
It's complete. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Oilers 16.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Start.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
A shot downfield for Burks.
Oh, wide open, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Willis to throw once more.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now they'll shift things around. Play fake. Here's Willis.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Oilers get a bit closer.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Throwing, Willis.
Steps away to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. With career touchdown number 60. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final try for Willis.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.